Hi, I'm Carrie with the Office of Distance Learning, and I'd like to welcome you to our UL Lafayette family. I have some tips for your success, whether you're a fully online student, coming to campus, or taking some of our hybrid courses, which are a little bit of both. So here's our agenda. First, I'm going to talk a bit about starting off right, then about the importance of making connections. Finally, I'm going to talk about some effective study habits that you can apply. Starting off right, first make sure you understand which type of classes that you've enrolled in. You should be able to tell when you register for classes whether they're online or hybrid. Our online classes are defined as 100% online. There's no face-to-face meeting or any kind of contact that's required. Our hybrid classes are at least 50% online and can be all the way up 99% online. You might have classes every other week. You might do some field work or projects, or you may only meet for exams, but there will be some face-to-face component. Whether you're registered for online or hybrid, please know that our faculty are trained to use the technology and the design techniques that are best practices for online and hybrid courses. There's also a staff of professionals here to help and support you. The very first day that classes start, you must log in and access your Moodle courses. Please know that some classes may actually drop you if you do not access them from day one. Once you're there, check out the class attendance policy and make sure you understand what your instructor expects. Also, check for announcements and updates, because these will tell you also the important things for success in the class. Your success does depend on frequent and consistent participation. This includes logging into Moodle and checking your email. The syllabus is your guide to success in the class, so be sure you check it out. It'll have scheduling information, important due dates, and deadlines. It'll also list any text requirements, whether the books or online components that you need to access. It will tell you about what technology needs you have, and also about whether there's going to be online proctoring costs. There are important academic policies from the university to know about, and also to know how you're going to be graded in the course, what items will be graded, and what you have to do to achieve success on those items. The syllabus is a contract between you and your professor, so it's going to tell you what they expect from you, but it'll also have information about what you can expect from them. Make sure you test your equipment and assure that it is working and up to date. Browsers may need to be updated and software as well. If your course is going to host web meetings, or if it's going to require online proctoring, you will need to have a webcam. For audio, a headset is recommended because it cuts down on echo and background noise and also improves voice quality. Internet speed is very important as well, so make sure you have the fastest, most stable speed available. If you're going to access your course on mobile devices, you may need to install an app. We recommend that you use the UL official mobile app for Moodle because the generic Moodle app just doesn't work well with our system. Also, if you have any other special or adaptive technologies, make sure that they're working and up to date as well. Always use your official email address. This is the one that your instructor will use to contact you and send you important information and updates. Check it daily or even more, especially at the start of the term. If your instructor posts announcements in Moodle, these will also be sent to you as an email. Remember, you are responsible for information sent to you in UL email, whether you get it or not. Please check to make sure you're getting email, and if you have problems, check with IT to make sure you solve them promptly. Creating the right environment for work and study can really boost your success. If you're sharing a home space with others, make sure that they're aware of your needs and ask them to respect that. Clear out any clutter that might be distracting. You may want to post a copy of the syllabus and calendar so that you'll have a visual reminder of important dates and things that are due. Protect your study space because it's very key to your success. and don't let others or other things intrude upon them. Also, get a good chair. Posture is important, especially in long study and work times, to help you prevent backaches, shoulder aches, and also fatigue. Next, we'll talk a bit about making connections. Building relationships is really the key to your success at UL. This can be relationships with your professors, your classmates, and even the administrators and support staff who are there to help you. You'll also find that later, as you're networking and focusing on your professional career, the connections you make at this time will be very important to you in ways that you may not be able to predict. Whenever you start something new, you may have questions or things that you just don't understand. Most Moodles will have a Q&A forum where you can post questions, especially for things like uncertain deadlines, unclear expectations, if you find broken links or other issues, or if you just cannot access course material and activities. If there is no forum to post to in your course, please email your instructor. All of us need help at some time or other, so be sure you make use of what's available to you. Remember, you are not alone. You're part of our UL Lafayette community of learners. In every Moodle course, there's a learner support block on the left margin of the page. In it, you'll find links to tech support, Moodle help, academic support, student services and resources, and even a distance learning librarian who's there to help you. There is also a link to our Office of Disability Services. If you are qualified for certain accommodations or have questions about that process, please contact them. You may want to engage in virtual study sessions. We have several technologies available to facilitate that, including Zoom web meetings, Moodle discussion forums, and even meeting on Microsoft Teams. As UL students, faculty, and staff, we all have access to Microsoft Teams, which also includes software such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, which you can use collaboratively in their web-based cloud server. If you make a plan for success, you're much more likely to get there. Block out time for reading, doing projects, and any other required course activities. Allow more time than you think you'll need because sometimes life happens. If you find a study partner or a group to work with, this will help you to achieve your goals. Also, keep to the plan, but sometimes you might need to adjust, so be realistic. Remember to plan time for fun and relaxation too, because if you're fatigued or tired, you just won't be as effective. Starting on day one, keep a calendar. Note those important dates and deadlines to remember. Some people find that a digital app works well for them, while others like the more old school method of paper and pencil. Block out that time for study and projects to make sure that you have the time you need to complete them. Keep on pace and up to date with the requirements of the class. That way you won't run out of time at the end. We know that it's tough to balance all of these demands of coursework, family, work if you have a job, social life if you have a social life, and also remember to keep healthy by exercising and eating well. If you use your study time consistently, then you'll find you also have time for these other important things. Take frequent breaks when you need and get as much rest as you can, because you'll be much more effective and efficient in working if you're well rested. And finally, discover what is your learning style and use that to your advantage. Some people like to learn by reading, while others like to watch video, listen to audio, or view pictures. Some like to interact with hands-on activities, and others may like to learn by discussing and debating with others. You may also just like to have time by yourself to read and meditate. Any and all of these methods may work for you, so find out what is your style. Remember, there's really no one right way to learn. Well, we've come to the end, and once again, I'd like to welcome you to our UL Lafayette family. Remember, check out the student support section at online.louisiana.edu. There you'll find information about finding online courses, registering for them, if you need equipment testing, which I mentioned, and also info about online proctoring. Good luck.